Today, I want to present to you two very different ways of producing goods: planned obsolescence and planned degradability. We will also talk about the future outlook for the two designs. My blender broke down only 2 weeks after the warranty expired. What if I told you that it was designed to stop working right after the warranty expired, just so I have to buy a new blender a little bit earlier? The practice of shortening a product's lifespan through weak material or a built-in flaw to increase sales is known as planned obsolescence, and it's been practiced since 1924. The light bulb was the first known victim of planned obsolescence. Its lifetime was artificially shortened from 2,500 to 1,000 hours. In that way, consumers had to replace the old bulb with a new one quicker. In the time of the Great Depression and after World War II, this was seen as a way to boost the economy and as a way out of the recession. This light bulb here was built in a time when planned obsolescence didn't exist. It's been burning for 114 years now. Today, planned obsolescence is found in kitchen appliances, smartphones, printers, and even school textbooks. When we look at the butterfly model developed by the Ellen MacArthur Foundation, these products are in the right, the technical wing. They have in common that they're composed of manufactured parts, so-called technical nutrients. At the end of their life, these products and the subcomponents can be either recycled, refurbished, or incinerated. Because most technical nutrients are ultimately incinerated, planned obsolescence is dependent on the continuous extraction of finite natural resources from the ground, and it results in large amounts of waste, putting a burden on the health of our environment. Now, let's turn to planned degradability. To get to the bottom of planned degradability, let's take a look at the left wing of the butterfly model. It's home to products which are made from biological matter. For instance, paper pulp or bioplastics made from starch. They're called bio-based products. Not all bio-based products are naturally degradable. They have to be designed for it. Products designed for planned degradability can be safely composted after they have been used. During the composting process, the nutrients that are stored within the material are released back into the environment and serve as feedstock for new life. No dangerous substances enter the environment and no waste is left behind. Note that timing is critical when it comes to biodegradability, because you don't want your product to dissolve while you're still using it. As an illustration, take these crates. They're made from potato starch and are 100% compostable. Their purpose is to provide substrate for the growth of mussels and sea. The crates have to resist winds, currents, and salt water. Once a mussel colony has grown strong enough to survive on their own, the crates become obsolete. At that point, they safely dissolve into the ocean and release the nutrients.
So how long does it actually take for the crate to dissolve after it had served its purpose? The designer of the crate, Mr. Rodenberg, knows the answer.
If it's goes within a week, no.
Planned degradability can also be applied to products which serve for packaging, a substrate for food crop or for flowers, or, for example, coffee cups. Now that we've seen what planned obsolescence and planned degradability are all about, let's take a more practical approach. What do consumers think about the two forms of the design? Well, there's no data available on how much degradability is valued by the consumer or the market. But the global production of biodegradable plastics increased by 3% from 2017 till 2018. It is expected to grow by another 40% by 2023. This places the design for planned degradability in a good light for the future. Mind that biodegradable plastics are still a niche. They're only 1% of the total plastic production. How about planned obsolescence? Well, consumers are less willing to buy a product when they know that it's designed for planned obsolescence. That's because people care about the durability of their products. In Austria, people wish that their durable goods would last 1.7 to 3.2 times longer than they're actually being used. In Germany, 1/3 of the consumers are unhappy with the durability of their products. In addition to negative consumer perception, nasty legal affairs surround planned obsolescence. Recently, the French government considers planned obsolescence a crime punishable with up to 2 years of prison. In October last year, Italian authorities gave Apple and Samsung a fine of 10 million and 5 million euros respectively for slowing down older versions of their phones. Concluding, it can be said that 100 years ago, planned obsolescence might have been a good solution for overcoming an economic crisis. But because of its negative impacts on the environment, challenging legislations, and increasing consumer awareness, it's not the way to go in the future. However, for big corporations like Apple and Epson, planned obsolescence is still a big moneymaker. This business strategy is supported by the fact that a large part of the buyers are still indifferent or unaware of the planned obsolescence of their product. When it comes to ecological impact, planned degradability is a much more appealing approach. Depending on our society's commitment to give something back to the environment in terms of nutrients, many more of our products might become compostable in the future. But it is safe to say that products designed for planned degradability still have a long way ahead of them to go from niche to fully commercial.